What's happening, Team PFCA? We have just landed in Salford, Manchester at Steel Foundry CrossFit for our first PT club in Manchester. I'm pretty stoked about it. We have over 80 coaches traveling far and wide for, I think, our third or fourth iteration of PT club. And it's this really cool endeavor, this kind of mission that we're after around building community, building connection, connecting great coaches who are values aligned. So I'm going to bring you along for the ride and just show you a little bit about what we're doing. So talk to me about PT Club. What's your expectation today?
I have no idea about today, which is cool. PT Club, what to expect? I don't know. Actually, I don't know about this one, and which is why I'm excited about it, because usually in London we've got our space, March on Space, we have 30 to 40 people, so there's enough space for us all to train first, so that's been the order of the day, train first, then speak after, and chat after. This time we haven't got that, there's going to be 70 to 80 people in here, which is very cool, but training would be a nightmare, and nobody would get anything out of it. Yeah, we're trying a couple of different things, a different way to ease the tension, break the ice, get people settled in and feel grounded in here, and then hopefully create the same level of connection that we usually do at PT Club. So we'll see how it goes. Started at March on Victoria, and I didn't know really how it would go down. I didn't know how it would be received. I didn't know if anybody actually fancied it. But I felt for a while that this has been missing in coaching. There's space for us all to meet and just chat and connect and be together. Those of you who have been coaching for some time will remember a time where this used to be a regular, and it used to be very organic. It used to be in the middle of the day. After we'd coached in the morning, you'd either train in your gym and other coaches would come to your gym and join in training, and then we'd all sit and have some food and chew the fat about clients and challenges and all that good stuff. And it's fucking cool. And that's where we learned, and that's where we connected, and that's where we grew, and that's where we sit and listen to coaches who were more experienced than us and took things from them and got guided by them and nudged by them and all that good stuff. It doesn't exist today, or it exists less. And so the aim of the game for us with PT Club, when we had a bit of time, was to create a space that sort of filled that we used to have. That's what we pitched in London. Thought we'd get, I don't know, between 5 and 10, if we were lucky. And then 40 people turned up. Like, fucking hell. That's cool. Maybe it's just the first one. Nope, second and third still the same. And different people each time as well. So we got a sense that there was an appetite for this. There's a place for it. I think we all know that, right? It's cool to get together with like-minded coaches. As they went on, the amount of messages that I got from Manchester saying, when you come up north, or Leeds, or northeast, you doing any up north? Of course. The first one out of London that made sense for me to do is around the corner from my house, so here we are. But I did think, having not coached in Manchester for some time now, how many will come to this? And I had the same thoughts that I did when we started in London, maybe 5 to 10. Now, I don't know how many are in the room, probably around 30, 40. But there's been over 80 sign-ups. Now, I know it's free and people can't attend for certain reasons, but how cool that this many of you are giving up your afternoons on a Wednesday afternoon to come and connect with each other and do a bit of learning and stuff. I've got a few things to talk about. Not me, us all together. Got a few ideas of what we're going to do. We usually train for the first hour. There's probably too many of us to have a reasonable session in here without it being chaos. So rather than training, I thought, what does the training really do? What does it provide this little club? And really what it does, it's a bit of an icebreaker. It's a bit of a loosener where we just get grounded in this space and feel a little bit more at home. Opens us up for a bit of conversation. Rather than training, because it would be a bit chaos in here having this many, we're going to break off into pairs, and I want you to find somebody that you don't know or that you don't know very well. I want you to take it in turns speaking. I want one of you to speak first for between 3 and 5 minutes and put a timer on, okay? And I want that to be open conversation where you just speak, okay? So take your time, organise your thoughts and say whatever comes to mind. The question that I'm going to pose is, what do you see differently now in coaching to when you started? Or what do you do differently now than when you started? The other person, I just want you to listen. And just let that person flow. let them trip up over the words, let them say whatever comes to mind. But 3 to 5 minutes, then stop, then switch over. A little bit of an icebreaker. Find yourself somebody you don't know. Take your time, there's no rush. We've got a couple of hours. And that's why I think education is great and worthwhile. I've got to say that because we sell it, boss. Yeah, education is worthwhile. But the other side is critical, that self-development. It's why the start of all our courses start with the coach. Who am I? What do I believe? What do I value? And we should circle back round to that stuff, those philosophies. Who's done any of our education? Cool, so a lot of you know our framework, or frameworks. We have a hierarchy for those who haven't. The 3 Ps, where the base, the foundation is philosophies. So how we look at the whole thing, right, which is what you're saying. So I guess there's what part of you that feeds into this practice. And above that, there's principles. So how do we make sense of those beliefs? How do we do the thing? How do we systemize it? And then above that is practice. So philosophies, principles, practice. The reason we have it like that is because we believe that it's the base layers, the philosophies and the principles that should feed into and affect the practice. Not the other way around, which is what we tend to see, right? Those little dragons, you talk about confronting them and meeting them, but how often is it easier for us to go, I'll leave that and fingers crossed it sorts itself out or it clears off over time. But I think that's also true of fear, right? Where fear can actually stop us doing the thing. Otherwise, it's just a performance. Otherwise, it's a copy of what you would do, but a little less because it's not you. So again, it's that definition of success, and that's what I think what we need to keep thinking about, paying attention to is, what are we championing here as coaches? Because it's easy, isn't it? When you're in, this is why we've done this, to pull us all out of the day-to-day, where it's easy, like Jack said, to get your head down and just fucking crack on. And then you get to the weekend and maybe you have a day off or half a day and you spend some time and then you're straight back in the mixer and you just carry on. And there's no time then to stop and sort of follow along with what's happening or what people are saying or what people are suggesting that we do. It's very difficult for many reasons to go, hang on now, I actually don't agree with that anymore, or I don't see that the same. And I think that the industry is also becoming a place where that is seen as negative, like that challenge or that deviation from the main route. It's yeah, you don't get good energy from it.
How are you getting on, bro?
All good, all good. Just frame this next piece, which is going to be small groups, groups of 4 to 6. We're going to give them one question for the group. They're all going to jam on it and go back and forth. We've talked about attention and what we pay attention to, so hopefully these questions will stretch the brain, get them thinking about who they are as a coach, how they show up, what they value, etc. All the good stuff.
Give me one example of a question.
At the end of a good coaching day, what tells you it was good? So subjective over objective, where does that feeling come from? So again, just an awareness piece really.
Love that.
I'm not good at cards, as you can see. Trying to arrange these in a bit of a fan scenario. You can have one member from your team just come and pick a card. Yeah! You've won a beer with Mass. Let me just set this up and then I'll let you to get cracking. There's a question on the card. There's no right or wrong answer. Please don't look at it and think, I'm not even sure what it means, I'm not sure what to say, what if I get it wrong? It's not about that. It's a conversation starter, okay? So in your group, there are going to be different levels of coaches, experience, how you all see the world, like we were just talking about, in your group. That's great, right? As we know, that's an opportunity for you to learn. So you're all going to see these questions in a different way, okay? So take your time with them. If you're unsure about what the question means, grab me and I'll try and explain. If it takes you on tangents of different conversations, then happy days, that's what we're here for. It's just my little way of trying to spark some conversation, trying to spark some thoughts, stretch the old brain. 15, 20 minutes between you, take your time, remember, somebody's speaking, don't speak over them, don't butt in, let them speak, listen more than you talk. I know it's not a lot. I don't intend it to be a lot. I just intend for it to be a space for us to do this. And so yeah, thanks for your time, thanks for your attention, thanks for your thoughts, and thanks for your willingness to share. I appreciate it.
All right, team, and that is day 1 Manchester trip done. PT club sorted. It was a vibe. It's called the conscious coach. Coach who's thinking critically, thinking openly, willing to, be open to hear other people's stories. And the level of consciousness in the room was pretty cool. So big up to all of you. We've now just checked into the hotel. Lovely little local pub hotel. Get some rest, and then we go again tomorrow. Tomorrow is a bit of a behind the scenes kind of day. Might not share much. I might just put a little teaser on for now, and then hopefully tell you more of the story later down the line. But for now, Manchester 0161, the energy, the vibe, big up you guys.